What is up, guys? It's Mike here, and today we're going to go over every single truck in Case M of the 2020 Hot Wheels Monster Trucks diecast. Alright guys, so this is one of the last cases of 2020 for Hot Wheels Monster Trucks, and I gotta say, it's been kind of a weird year. As you guys follow my channel and follow my reviews and everything, the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks for 2020, when I do the case reviews, they have been all over the place. So this is actually Case M, and right now in my area, all the trucks that have been out, all from different cases. It is just a complete cluster on trying to get one whole set of trucks. So this is actually the next set in my list that I was able to complete, and yeah, so we're gonna jump right into it and start reviewing them. So this is Case M. I forget what case number this is right off the top of my head, but I do know this is Case M. The case before this was pretty good. It was the one with the Ninja Turtle Leonardo, the Flames Bigfoot. There was a couple good trucks in that one, and that review will be coming out as soon as I get the Volkswagen drag bus. Yeah, I can't wait for that. That's one truck that has been really hard to get in this area for some reason. Actually, every truck in that case has been kind of hard to get. However, this case was kind of fairly easy to get. As you can tell, we only have about, I would say, 2 new trucks in this whole set. Well, 3 trucks if you think about it. So right here on the back, we have a brand new concept and a brand new truck for 2020, which is Scropedo. Basically a scorpion. That thing is really cool. And then we have a copy truck, or another copy and paste one, as Hot Wheels loves to do, with Zombie-Wrex. Then probably the only other new truck in this case with a new casting is none other than Iron Man, and this truck is actually very unique because it does have 2 different trucks, and we'll get to that in a second. And then we got Twin Mill, which is on now the, I guess, the street monster truck tires. And then we have Piranha, which this truck was in another case before this. And then we have Bigfoot again, which I believe Bigfoot actually started off the year. This truck was in one of the earlier cases from this year. And then we have Chewbacca, which is a truck that was in another earlier case. And then we go back to 5 Alarm, which I believe this 5 Alarm was in one of the first cases with Bigfoot in the beginning of the year. So really interesting. And another interesting part on this case is there's actually not just 8 trucks. If you want to get technical, there's actually 9, because there is 2 Iron Man trucks, and they are both different. The other Iron Man truck is actually a Target exclusive. So with that being said, I'm going to start ranking these trucks, and the only truck I don't have on me, and it is a duplicate, and we're going to put this last because I feel like we could have had it at a different, like, at least change the paint scheme up a little bit. But the only truck I don't have, and the truck I'm going to pick last in this case, is none other than Zombie-Wrex. We've seen Zombie-Wrex, or at least Mega-Wrex, a different time, like completely different times this year, where it was black and white. There was a Robo one, there was a zombie one, and I just feel like they could have did something else instead of just another copy and paste truck. But since I don't have it, and since it's just another Mega-Wrex, we're going to put that last. So the next truck that I think is okay for this case is going to be none other than this truck right here. So honestly, the truck I like the least out of this whole mix, Case M, is a truck we've seen earlier in the year. As you can tell, it is truck number 15 out of 75, and it's none other than the Golden 5 Alarm. Now, the reason why this truck is so low is the fact that we've already seen it this year. There's really nothing new about it. The truck is just basically 5 Alarm painted gold. And honestly, I feel like they could have did something else. Maybe even change up the paint scheme. That's kind of like one thing I wish Hot Wheels did. You know, I mean, I know they do that, but when they redo a truck like this, one that we already seen, especially earlier in the year, this thing was out probably in January, maybe even before that, because Hot Wheels is always kind of a little ahead of itself. You know, I kind of wish they did something different, but, you know, it's just, I don't know, I feel like we could have been better off without it. And right here, as you see the back, this is the original case this truck was in, and yeah, you know, there's a couple trucks that are, like, iffy with that case, but, I don't know. I feel like we could have definitely used something else. And actually, come to think about it, I did get this around this time last year in 2019. I think it was more towards November, where this case with Back Attitude, Tiger Shark, all of them did come out. So, kind of heartbreaking to see this truck again, especially the same thing. So, maybe they should have did something. I don't know. I don't know what they could have did, but something different. And of course, it's truck number 1 out of 10 for Stunt Storm. Alright, and moving on to the next truck. Now, this one is kind of a duplicate again as well. We did see this in another case earlier this year, but it was more towards, I would say, probably a month or two ago, and it's none other than Chewbacca. So, one interesting fact with this case, well, anyway, Chewbacca's original case, as you can tell, is truck number 55 out of 75. The case that this truck originally came in never came to my area. This is one case that I think has abysmal Ringmaster, maybe the V8 drag bus, all those trucks, test subject, those ones never came to my area and I never got them. The only way I got this truck was for it coming in this case, basically. And one interesting fact with this truck too is the back of it, you can't tell the other casing on it because it has its own kind of case with the Star Wars and Chewbacca, which I think that's pretty cool, and I like how they did that. I kind of wish they did something like this with the other themed trucks, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle truck, or maybe even the Bigfoot trucks, but I do like how Hot Wheels did that. But as for the truck itself, sadly, this is just another truck that is copy and paste. There's really nothing much different from the truck that we saw last year. The only thing I can honestly think of is maybe on the grill here, it has like this little brown, like brush guard that may be new this year, but other than that, the truck is mainly just a copy and paste from 2019, and I don't want to say it's a waste. Maybe they could have changed it, but kind of interesting that they didn't, since they only have this casting for Chewbacca. So I feel like Hot Wheels definitely missed an opportunity doing something at least a little different with this truck, and the fact that this truck did come in the case where some areas did not get yet, even more interesting. So moving on to the next truck. And moving on to the next truck in this case is another one. Even though this truck is a brand new casting, it was one I kind of was mixed about because I didn't know if it looked cool or it looked weird or whatever the case may be, but it's none other than truck number 58, and it's Piran-AHHH. So I like this concept. I like what they were trying to do here. However, I do think the truck needs to be rescaled, at least the casting, to make it look a little right. You could argue that this has the same problem as the Camaro truck. But also hurting this truck as well is we did see this truck before. Same exact paint scheme, same exact everything. So, you know, I kind of wish they did change it up a bit. However, they didn't. Why, I don't know. I just kind of wish they did. And this is truck also number 8 out of 10 for Animal Attack. And when you turn the truck around, here's the original casing for it, or the original case for it. And out of this case, I think this case was pretty good. This one was kind of unique because there was only 7 trucks in this case, and this was also the first one with We'll Trash It All and the Hot Wheels Special Forces, which is their all blackout edition, which looked really cool. And yeah, for a while, this case right here was the last one in Walmarts and Targets by me, and this was all that was around. So this was a very common case and a very common truck. So to see this come back towards the end of the year, I do kind of wish they did something different. Maybe invert the truck, or change up the paint scheme a little bit. That would have been kind of cool. But nonetheless, truck number 58 out of 75, and another least favorite truck in this case. Alright, so basically another truck that is a repeat. However, this one could be a little biased just because of the truck's name and what it is. But here it is, truck number 21 out of 75, and it's the first version of Bigfoot that we saw this year. And when this thing first came out, it was very hard to get. This truck was selling off eBay for, I would say, definitely overpriced, or about $30 to $40. So even though we did see Bigfoot a couple times this year, we actually did see it 4 times. We saw it in this original paint scheme, and then we saw it in the Flame Charlie Angels paint scheme, then the Target exclusive Stars and Stripes, and then more recently we just got the truck in the 45th anniversary scheme on the original casting. However, this one kind of is difficult because we did see different versions of Bigfoot this year, which I'm happy that we did. And I can understand them throwing this truck into case M again because it is Bigfoot, and you know, if you guys miss getting it in the beginning of the year, you guys can get it at the end of the year, so that kind of makes sense. And this truck is also truck number 5 out of 6 for the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live. And turning the truck around, you can see its original case, and I would say this was probably the second case of 2020. You know, looking at that case now, and if you go back and look at my video, Bigfoot's definitely a truck that stands out at the time, and this casting was so cool how they got it right and everything. But, you know, seeing most of these trucks here, and seeing how we got duplicates of them throughout the year, especially Demo Derby, which is kind of shocking because I thought it would be all beefed up because this truck was like everywhere in 2019, but you know, it is Bigfoot, so right there it just kind of gets a little bit of brownie points, and especially with all these Bigfoots coming out, it's nice to see it again, I guess, if you missed it, and also if you customize trucks, because this one was selling for a lot. However, if I was one of those people that couldn't find this truck, and I got it for like $40 off eBay, and now that I see it's coming back out, and it's probably going to be a peg warmer, that might be a little upsetting. But with that being said, it's Bigfoot, that's all I gotta say. I'm happy to see it back, but I don't know, definitely mixed feelings, but definitely a cool truck, really nice, and also the first time we're seeing Bigfoot on that casting. You know, even though it was cooler at the beginning of the year, I guess it's kind of cool at the end. So moving on to the last couple trucks. Alright, so the next trucks, we got 4 left, but really they count as 3. And I'm gonna have to rank this one third, just because it was unique, and it's pretty cool how they did this, and I kind of like it. It's kind of different, and it's nice too in a way. So here it is, truck number 69 out of 75, and it's none other than Twin Mill. Now the interesting thing about this, and I kind of give props to Hot Wheels for doing this, is we did see this Twin Mill, this casting and everything earlier in the year. However, they decided to change it up, and they changed it up in a way that I don't think anyone was expecting. I know I definitely wasn't expecting it. So, now this is on Crash Legends, and this is truck 1 out of 5. And even though we saw this scheme and this paint job and everything earlier in the year, we did not see these tires. So these tires are very unique and very, at first, odd. But the more you look at it, especially if you like classic cars, muscle cars and everything, it's pretty cool. So this was pretty intriguing. When I first saw this, I thought that was just like a design or like a packaging error, or maybe they were just going to change the rims and keep those tires, like the original monster truck tires, and make a smaller one in the front. However, I'm glad that they're like racing slicks, and it is pretty cool. So for that, it's gotta go ahead of the double trucks. And then on the back of this, you actually do see that it is a part of case M, and it's not showing Twin Mill's original casing, which earlier in the year it was the same exact scheme, same exact everything, just that the tires were actual monster truck tires and not these new kind of drag strip tires. But this is pretty cool though. Something definitely unique, and I believe there's another truck, I think it's the Dodge Charger, that has these tires as well. So pretty cool, pretty unique, and for that it just gets brownie points. Now I don't know how these things roll and play as good. I haven't really seen one out of the packaging yet, but I don't know, I think that's pretty cool how they did that, and they actually made it work because it looks pretty nice as well. But it's on Twin Mill, which was a car, so we always know how that goes. So now moving on to the 2 top trucks of Case M. Alright, so I believe this is the first time this year, at least maybe, besides the Bigfoot that was Stars and Stripes. But however, the way these trucks got released and everything, this kind of like fell into place. So both trucks here, there are 2 trucks left, and they both are brand new castings, which is really cool. However, this one I'm going to have to put second just because I think the other one is better. And this one is none other than the Iron Man Target exclusive and the Iron Man original. So, very interesting here. As you see, both trucks, both of them are truck number 75 out of 75. And the one on the right is actually a Target exclusive, and the one on the left is the normal version. Now, the weird and odd thing is, I honestly think the gold version, the one on the left, it's actually a lot better looking than the one on the right. Now, I kind of, I don't know, I guess it would be kind of interesting to put Iron Man as your Target exclusive. However, last year in 2019, we had a Bigfoot Target exclusive, and then we had two trucks that were Marvel, which was Hulk and, oh man, I can't remember the other one, Spider-Man. So this year we do have the Target exclusive with Bigfoot, and we do have it with Iron Man this year. However, the third truck is, I believe, Spider-Man, but I haven't seen it yet, so that one might be kind of rare to find. And as you can tell, there's really no big difference with these two trucks. Just basically everything that's gold on this truck is silver on this truck. And you can tell it's definitely the exclusive. They even put it in the card art, the trucks being different. And also the rims are different too. This one has silver rims and this one does have red. But the interesting fact is, on the back of this, so you see the case here, they're both case M, and there's one truck missing on both cases, and this is actually what confused me. So on the Target exclusive truck, you see there's two Iron Man trucks. You got the Target exclusive one, and you have the normal version of Iron Man. However, the truck that's not shown on this is Zombie-Wrex. So when I first found this, I thought this was just the whole case, we were done, that was it. And then I picked up this one, and I was like, oh, where's Zombie-Wrex? So that was a little confusing, had to do a little bit of research, but ended up finding that this was actually the truck in this mix as well. And to me it was confusing, so it could be confusing to other collectors, but Zombie-Wrex is in this case as it shows here, but however, if you picked up the Target exclusive, it does not show it. So I always thought that was kind of interesting. And then looking at the stats on both trucks are exactly the same, and yeah, that's really it. So pretty cool nonetheless. I kind of like the truck. I do like the truck scheme. I like the truck, how it looks. I like the casting. It's going to be interesting to see if Hot Wheels does something different later on in the future with this casting, because I don't really know what else you can make it. But the odd thing is, this is it. This is truck 75 out of 75, so there is one more case left in 2020. I don't know what trucks are going to be in there. I think they're just going to be all repeats, but be interesting to see. And then if you were looking at this case on the back, there's one truck left that is number one, and I think is the best in case M. Alright, and here it is, the truck that I honestly think is the best looking truck, the coolest looking truck, and the coolest new casting for Hot Wheels in 2020, and that is none other than truck number 73 out of 75, which is the Scropedo truck, and it is Animal Attack 9 out of 10, and if you guys can't tell, it's basically a scorpion, which is really, really cool. I like this. Now, if you guys watch, the Hot Wheels YouTube, they have these little shows that my son watched with the trucks going after each other, racing each other, and the whole theme this year was basically a scorpion. We even got a scorpion playset, which begs me to ask, why wasn't this truck the truck in the scorpion playset? Why? And one cool thing too is you can probably tell here, you can see how the pinchers on the front, they look like they kind of move. They have like those screws in them, and they do move. Now I do have this truck open somewhere, I just don't know where it is, and the pinchers on it move, and the tail actually moves back and forth a little bit. So I think that's pretty cool how they put parts like that can actually move. And I also do like how it's like a purple kind of bluish roll cage mixing with that orange. I think that's a nice color. And honestly, this is one truck that I like. I really do like this one. It looks pretty cool. It's a unique design. It goes with the whole Hot Wheels storyline on like YouTube that they're doing with the whole shows they're doing. So I like it. However, I'm a little confused why this was not involved with the Scorpion playset, and we ended up getting a Podium Crasher instead of this truck. But anyway, nice, interesting facts. Pretty cool looking truck. Definitely one I didn't know that was coming. So definitely a new casting by them, new truck by them, all together, and I like to see that. Anytime there's a new truck from Hot Wheels that's just not a copy and paste, it's really good for them, because now, there's actually something to go and get, and something new to get, compared to the other trucks in this case where it's like, oh, I'll just buy the same ones again. So, being that, definitely wanted brownie points, and this one, in my opinion, is a lot better looking than the Iron Man truck. I don't know how much, how many of you guys would agree with that, but to me, it definitely does. Maybe it's because I like scorpions. I don't know. But with that being said, that's going to wrap it up for the Case M review. Now, I'm working on Case L, and I'm working on Case K, and I'm working on Case H. There's a ton of trucks I need to get. Hopefully I will get them soon. I don't know when, but hopefully before 2020 is over. And we also do have one more case this year. I don't know when that's going to get released, but hopefully soon, and hopefully we can find it pretty quick. And like I said before in another video, I cannot wait for 2021, because one truck I already love that's coming out is Snakebite, and that's going to be in the first case of 2021, so I cannot wait for that. But with that being said, let me know what you guys' favorite trucks were in this case. Definitely a unique case, kind of cool. We had 2 Spider-Man, or 2 Iron Mans, and we also did have another Bigfoot, even if it was the same one as before. But yeah, definitely a unique case, but Scropedo definitely takes the cake here. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Don't forget to drop a like, and I will see you guys in another video very shortly.